Jenkins. I decided to jump back into Lost Creek for just a little bit, and I've done some changes on you. We have completely gotten rid of the red foxes. We brought in some... I kind of wanted to make it a more, I don't know how you'd call it, like a subdued type of entrance. Maybe a little more realistic. Just have the giant, the giant tortoises here right up front. I took my old surgery center from Bear Country and moved it and made it like a little welcome center here with bathrooms. If you peel off here to the left, I thought it would be cool to just have the gift shop at the end in the entrance of the zoo, like most zoos have. Actually, a lot of zoos, when you exit, you have to exit through the gift shop. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted people to be able to leave if they wanted to leave, but we do have the trading post with all the little trinkets and shirts and toys and stuffed animals, all that kind of right here right when you come in and right as you're leaving. So you can jump in there and grab some merchandise. But one of the biggest changes you're probably going to notice is the bear habitat. I have completely revamped it, made their pool bigger. I just think this looks so much better. And all this stuff with the wolves, it's all going to change. These guys are howling up a storm. So look how crappy this is. This is 2021 S-Stand, 2020 S-Stand. So we're gonna redo this whole little paddock here. So all of this stuff will be deleted, and they are still gonna be neighbors to Big Brodie and Maggie here, our two grizzly bears. But I just think we can do a lot better kind of over here. I'm gonna have it like where the den is like right up against the path where you can look in. It's gonna be cool. Over here, this is kind of like another little just peek in area. You can kind of look across their lagoon and see them walking and swimming over there. And I have a little, kind of like a little nature path, like a boardwalk up here, where you can come up and actually look down on them from up above. And I think you can get some really cool views over down into their lagoon. And so see, what I did too is I've made them like little pockets of a habitat. So they can kind of get over here in like this little carved out area if they're not swimming. And I also busted up this mountain right here, and they actually have a little pass through that the guests can see them really, really close. So if you're coming through Bear Country, you can see, even right here with Big Brodie just sleeping, you'd have a really good view of those guys. Probably not very safe, not very realistic, but I think it looks cool. And then if you make your way down through here, I've got them like an open little, almost like a little meadow area with their big trees that they can forage in these big trunks, and they can roll around here in the grass and just kind of explore in the tall grass. So I thought, remember this, at one point this area, this housed mountain goats at one point, I believe, or not mountain goats, but the doll sheep. I believe we had them over here at some point. But I just went ahead and made this because, they would be like the grizzly bears obviously would be the big key attraction for kind of entering Bear Country here. So kind of wanted to give them a really good space. And I just think it worked out really, really cool. And it's across from it's across from Beaver Brothers Restaurant. I'm going to leave that and Cypress's habitat back here right on the creek. Just looks absolutely incredible. So she did this for me about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago. And I absolutely adore this habitat. So that is staying. Beaver Brothers, it'll stay pretty much, I'm pretty sure it'll stay right there. And yeah, so this is the new and improved Big Brodie and Maggie habitat. I think it came out really cool. Get really good views of them when they get in their little lagoon here and come this way. She's in the water right now. Really, really fun designing that. Really having quite a bit of fun designing just in general in Planet Zoo all of a sudden. I've kind of just caught a real quick wind of inspiration and decided to get in. And you know, when these happen, I hate to waste them. You know, like when this happens, I want to get in and build and see what we can make happen. Wild Burger, it's going to stay the same. I added this tree and this planter, took down the giant Shrek trunk and just made this like a little pass through to kind of to the Gator Trail, which is all going to be redone as well, because we can do a lot better than this, especially with some of the screens I have now. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Definitely gonna redo the Gator Trail, make it look better. Probably slim up this path a little bit. It'll still stay in this kind of same little footprint right here, but we're gonna do the beach better. We're gonna, like I said, I think we can do this a lot better than how I have it. And then of course I think, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, next I think I'm gonna work on the wolf habitat though. And just kind of, we're going to redo that. I know I kind of want to actually almost do it better, like in the vein of, like I did for Pine Mountain Sanctuary for Simply Savannah and Beyond Drew and Zoof. I think we can come up with something better. As far as Africa, like this right here, we can make a better habitat than the little European badgers I have in there. We'll do a better job on that. Probably delete a bunch of this, redo it. Africa, I definitely am leaving this little entrance area because I think it looks really cool. But back in here, there might be some things we can redo. Maybe some things we can make look a little better. I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could even give Val and Earl. I like their habitat. It's good. The little turtles here. Now that we've got the turtles up front, these guys will go. We'll get some things switched out because remember we have a lot more animals now than we did when Lost Creek was back in it. Back in its heyday. I really am awesomely enjoying the pictures that Caesar creates, putting out for his like savannah, giraffe, zebra area. I think it looks pretty. Of course, this from being a year or two ago. This doesn't look too bad. I don't mind this for their little zebra habitat. All of this stuff will stay. I've got to decide if I'm going to retool this as a like a little village. Kind of don't know what I want to do yet. I kind of like it how you can come through here and see the elephants from here. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Of course, Wyatt Workshop's Land of the Lion will stay. Leaf's African penguins will stay, and absolutely Becca's hyena habitat. This is awesome. I deleted that little jungle thing I had going on over here. We'll do something else over there. But the Africa area I'm happy with. It's got some things I need to work on. There's a couple things I need to fix. Really like the elephant bridge. I'm probably gonna come in and do some new foliage techniques that I'm kind of using nowadays that I didn't back when we were working on this. But you'll see these habitats look a little better than some of the earlier habitats of the park, just because remember I worked on these later. These habitats are younger than the ones you see at the beginning of the park when I kind of was just, I didn't really know. It was just like everything. You just practice and get better. And this is, remember, my big, my natural tunnel that is eventually going to lead to more of the zoo. I just don't know what. But yeah, this zoo's getting pretty good size. I mean, I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to delete this stuff. I don't know what I'll do out through here. Probably keep it American, but I'm just probably going to zap all this stuff out of here and start over. Definitely going to keep the Lost Creek Ranch. Remember, this is the little petting zoo down here. We've got the horses now. We'll use them for sure. But yeah, remember we had the little pigs up there. We'll come up with something. Maybe redo that little ridge. And then, like I said, you eventually make your way up here into the Africa area. As far as Glacier Ridge goes, I don't know what I'm going to do back in there. I definitely want to do polar bears. I think I'm going to delete all of this stuff because remember I started out, I was going to make it like almost like a little town. but it just kind of looks dumb now. So I'm gonna delete that stuff and maybe do like a really cool polar bear exhibit back there. Maybe do some seals. There's all kinds of little things we can do. I think that can make that look better. But I just kind of wanted to start over at the entrance and just move out, you know, instead of kind of skipping all over. So, you know, now that we've got the bear habitat better and pretty much finished, we will next move on to the wolves, then the gators, and we'll just kind of, you know, push further out and see what I can make look better, you know. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You know, you guys know me. I'm hardcore on this right now, and then a week from now, I might not touch this for 4 months. That's just kind of how my brain works with these games. I catch this inspiration, I do a bunch of building, I play hours and hours and hours, and then one day I'm like, I don't really feel like playing that right now. And then that's it for like, you know, 5 months, 6 months. Actually, the last time I saw we saved this file was October 17th, 2022. So we jumped back in. We were in this back when I believe we did. It wasn't the, I don't believe it may have been the Twilight Pack. I kind of jumped in and put some pumpkins around because we were going to try to make the zoo look like it was fall time, but that is just way too tedious to try to change all of these trees out and make them orange. I just thought it'd be really cool if Planet Zoo had like seasons, you know, like actually like the leaves and stuff would change on the trees. I think that would be pretty cool, but I know that is a lot of probably computing power and programming and coding, and then, you know, some trees don't turn orange, so you'd have trees that, you know, would stay green or would just lose their leaves. But that would be pretty cool too. Like once you get closer to winter, if the leaves on the trees didn't change, you know, they just fell off. It'd be kind of cool. Another thing, I'm thinking about maybe destroying this mountain and doing some more habitats back through here. I was thinking even some bison, because the rest of these ridges, these mountains look really cool. Like they look pretty natural. This guy, I kind of went too high with him. You see how I didn't feather it out enough, and that it almost just looks like it's in the way. It's like impeding the growth of the zoo. So I don't know, and I can delete this. I might even be able to do it right here with you guys with me. I can delete a lot of this pretty quick. Most of it's connected. I just don't want to take out Leaf's penguin habitat he did for me. Yeah, so let's just see this while I have you guys here. Get rid of some of my older junk. Of course, that was a workshop piece right there. Because all of this is going to be redone anyway. You know what I'm saying? We are not going to... We can't just leave this looking crappy like that, so... We're going to do better. I think it'd be cool to have a little bison area back here, kind of like at the end of, you know, what's become like the de facto North America area, you know? This may give us some more kind of inspiration to come in and do more work in here anyway. Floating mountains. We'll leave this up a little bit because that kind of Leaf was kind of using that to back up against the penguin exhibit. Doo-doo-doo. Sorry, floating tree. Whoops, we left one little piece. Get rid of this little water. That was that weird little idea I had. Not go through with. Whoops, do we have one little piece left? Oh yeah, I'm feeling better about that already. Now with that, look, I mean, look how it seems like we're ready to expand now. That giant mountain's kind of not impeding our path. So yeah, you guys have to let me know what you think. Do you think that's better that we got rid of the mountain right there and maybe, you know, close it in with some mountain ridges as we decide where we're going to cap the zoo off at? Maybe do some bison out there. I already feel better about removing that. I think that needed to go for a while. And if anything, we could do a big plot of woods right here. Just make it natural, but just not a massive mountain. Yeah. Cool. But anyways, guys, yeah, I just wanted to show you, give you a little update on the bear habitat and the Lost Creek situation and see what you guys think. So, as always, let me know what you think down below and we'll get in here and see what we can make happen. So, I'm Stan Wolf. Don't forget to smash that like button for me if you ended up enjoying this video. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!